Emilie will be the final character released during Fontaine, as well as the very first Dendro character we've had since Sumeru. We've gotten some pretty big hints with what she's going to do from the recent artifact set, so as usual, we're going to break down exactly what she's going to do based on my speculation of what the Dendro element needs. Welcome to Jello Impact, where we build and test every single character to help you decide who you want to wish for and build. All right, so first talking about her design, there is a lot of discourse around whether or not this is a good design. And I think I personally really love the design. She is our first tall female model Dendro character, which of course I appreciate. But I also just love the coloring. She's joining the ranks of Alhaitham and Tainari with this dark green, one of my favorite shades of green, which is my favorite color. I really love the little poison bells that she's got. Both one that she's holding and the one here looks like she's gonna just jab someone with that. That's really cool. Glasses, hair. I think maybe like glasses make people feel like it's an older character. A lot of Genshin fans are maybe younger audience or prefer younger characters. That's a theory as to why some people aren't liking this design, but it's also people just generally dislike a design. I know there's also been a lot of concept art going around. There were a lot of amazing concept arts. I personally don't really attach concept art to the final product in my mind because they often change so drastically, and here is a great example of that. So for me, I just judge the design for what it is, and I really like pretty much everything about it, from the shoes, leg. I like the shorts. I'm glad that they're not the white shorts. It's kind of like Yaimiko vibes, but it's not the white shorts, which I really don't like. I much prefer these dark shorts. She's kind of got the Ganyu chest area with these funny flaps that are kind of like flower petals, kind of like a nurse vibes in the shoulders. The hat really gives big Lisa vibes. This is what my wife was saying as well. The whole thing actually gives Lisa vibes. She looks kind of like Lisa plus Kale plus a little bit of Ganyu. She's got really cool eyes. She's very playful. She kind of gives me like, she's the first Dendro character that gives me kind of the poison vibes. Like, she looks like she might poison you, which I appreciate. Enough about design. What did they say about her? How incredible. I can perceive emotions through water. This is Nouvelette talking, which humans cannot, yet they are capable of using it to regulate their mood. And they accomplish this with a fragrance in liquid form. I see. I believe I have better understanding of this concept now. Okay, so she's a perfumer. Got it. So it's not quite poison, it's perfume. Same thing. When it comes to fragrances, sensitivity varies from person to person, but their preferences tend to be similar. Few in the world are amenable to every kind of odor. Fresh, floral, fruity, such are the scents of Emilie's perfumes. Meticulously crafted, exquisitely presented, dazzlingly displayed on the shelves of Fontaine's Quartier Lyonnaise. Dated, decayed, decrepit, such are the traces erased by her touch. Everything made as good as new. If you've never heard before a forensic cleaner, you might at first struggle to imagine what such a profession entails. But if you're lucky enough to become acquainted with Emilie, feel free to ask her a question or two. She's both an excellent listener and an exemplary respondent, so you'll no doubt receive a satisfactory answer. Gotta say, don't particularly care for the write-up, but what I need from this is some sort of secret backstory that she has behind the scenes. Sort of like Hu Tao is a funeral parlor director up front, and then in the backside she like guards the gates of the world beyond to this world. That's the kind of backstory I need for Emilie. But design's fire. Really, all I care about is realistically the design and then how cool the kit looks. So let's see how cool her kit looks. But let's talk about what Dendro needs. Dendro. So the first thing that obviously comes to mind is the Unfinished Reverie. The new artifact set released with the Bond of Life artifact set increases damage by the character that's attacking while a burning reaction is taking place. So it stands to reason that something about Emilie will have to do with burning because they just released this artifact set. Other possibilities, dedicated Hyperbloom, dedicated Burgeon, and I do understand that the kit would have to be sort of jank to be a dedicated Hyperbloom Dendro character. You'd think a dedicated Hyperbloom would be an Electro character, but it's possible. There's ways that you could do it. Dedicated Burning, we already have dedicated Bloom, Dendro DPS Buffer, Dendro 5-star Shielder. Lol, please no. We do not need that anytime, anywhere near soon. Off-field Dendro DPS. Something like multi-wave. High damage, lower application. This would be really good for probably Clarand, who, for like Quicken and aggravate teams. Like lower application than Nahida, so they're not as good for Hyper Bloom, but more damage, so that they're, yeah, maybe like an off-field DPS for Al-Haytham as well, like a spread kind of thing. We've also got like the super long shots. Like I think a 5-star shielder is a long shot. I think that like a geo reaction character, I do think that's possible, but I think that's a super long shot. We already have so many healers. This would be off-field DPS, but we could also have a Dendro on-field DPS. Oh, this is Dendro buffer, sorry. And then this is off-field Dendro DPS. This is Dendro on-field DPS. Yeah, Geo Cryo. I know they don't actually react, but I do think that one day they could make a character that reacts with them. I said Geo, but Cryo, it could be possible to do Cryo as well. Dendro Grouper. There's no way. Seems like they're dead set on keeping Animo, but I'll always list it. But I think between all of this stuff, dedicated burning makes the most sense. But I think it's worth talking about the other stuff because it's possible that they combine multiple things, right? Dedicated burning the most likely because we just got the burning set. It's just way too convenient to have this set come out and then we get a new Dendro character which more or less matches. Like I wouldn't say it's a perfect match, but it's not too far off either. The question is, will she actually wear this set or not? Like, it could be on her, but it could be on a different character because even if she has dedicated burning, we have different options for dedicated burning. We have an on-field burning DPS where she does like raw Dendro damage and she's like a Dendro damage character and you're meant to play her on-field as a DPS. She looks like a catalyst to me, by the way, but we have a lot of Dendro catalysts, so maybe she'll be something else. So for Dendro swords, we have 3, 1 Dendro claymore, 2 Dendro bow, 1 Dendro polearm, 2 Dendro catalyst. Okay, so it's pretty, I mean, it's kind of even-ish. If you were to go by who has the least, the polearm, and they do love tall female polearm characters. So, I mean, I could see polearm. But yeah, she could be on-field burning DPS. She could be off-field burning DPS, burning reaction buffer, or burning applier. So maybe somehow, I'm thinking, like, this is what I'm thinking. Maybe she could create like a construct on the, like not a real construct, but like a Dendro construct on the field that has a really big AoE. And when you apply pyro to it, it burns and it applies burning to all enemies on the field continuously. And even if a new wave spawn, it applies more burning. So it's like this burning construct in the middle. And the reason why that would be good is to make it easier to make burning teams. Because right now, if you want to make a burning team, like Burn Melt is the best thing we got going right now. But the problem is you need so many characters to make Burn Melt work. So if you want to make a Ganyu or a Risley Burn Melt team, like the trouble is you really want Bennett and then you need another pyro character because Bennett's off-field application isn't enough to really make burning happen consistently. And you need Nahida. Like you don't need Nahida, you can use something else, but it can be easy to mess with that burning aura. So if we could have Emilie consolidate the role of Nahida and Toma here, and you'll say Sucrose is Emilie because they do share some design inspiration, then this fully frees up another slot. Now we can actually fit Shenhe in here. And that's super, super cool. It also could be great if she provided some interruption resistance so that you could fit Ganyu in here as well. So like an off-field burning applier. Plus, she would probably buff the burning reaction or buff or debuff enemies that have burning applied to them. Burning debuffer, burning reaction buffer, burning buffer when burning is applied. So I think some combination of these type of things is what would be really cool. As far as I know, we don't actually have any reliable pre-release information as to what combination. I know people are saying that she will be a burning character, the pre-release dreams, but I don't think it's really like that impressive of a prediction for people to say that because we just got a burning artifact set. So like that's like the most nothing prediction ever. So if I was to make a prediction, I think an on-field burning DPS is somewhat likely. I don't want it to be that, but I do think it's somewhat likely. I think that an off-field burning DPS is somewhat more likely. I think burning applier is very likely. And I think either a burning debuffer or a buffer when burning applied. I don't see them going the Nilou route for a strict reaction buff. I expect them to go the Chevreuse route. Ooh, that's another thing they could do. Pyro, Dendro, Chevreuse. And I really hope it's not this because Cryo needs something bad. just to have new cool stuff to do. And burn melt is just such a cool reaction. So I hope that this is not what it is, because I want to be able to see cryo in the mix. Like, I don't want to be restricted away. Like, I think it could be still cool to have a Biodendro Chevreuse, but not nearly as cool as if you can do other burning stuff and cryo stuff. I hope she's creative enough that she allows burn melt, but also other types of burning teams. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this character. I think looking at her design more, I think the only thing I don't like is maybe her hairline at the top. Kind of, I don't know, something about it I don't like. But I love her hat. I love her colors. I love all this stuff. Really excited together. Hey, I'm also really excited that we won't have a fully dead patch in Genshin the way we did. We had basically 2 dead patches in Sumeru, but we basically don't have a dead patch in Fontaine. So I'm really excited. I'm also really excited just for what she could bring to the table in terms of teams. Like, this could be really fun and give some really cool buffs to old characters. So let me know what you think she's going to do, what you hope she's going to do. Take care. Bye for now.